Hello, I'm Ray here and you're watching MotoNZ, and we've had a big announcement overnight, so let's dive into the new stuff from Cardo. Okay, big news from Cardo. We have a helmet. Hang on, Cardo make communicators. This is the Pack Talk Edge. They make the Pack Talk Bold as well. So what are they doing, stepping out of their lane, making helmets? Well, let's dive into the specs and have a look. Go beyond, introducing a new standard in motorcycle helmet innovation. Beyond safety. We've got a carbon fiber shell, that's fantastic. 5 sections of multi-density EPS, an ECE 22.06 standard, pretty good. An active brake light. Ever since I was a teenager and the movie The Castle came out, where they stuck a big light on the back of a helmet, I've been waiting for this. I know other, aftermarket companies do it as an add-on to helmets, but that's pretty cool. Crash detection, so that'll be using the same system that's in the Pack Talk Pro, in which if it detects a certain algorithm of crashes, automatic instant stops and G-forces, it'll contact whoever you tell it to contact in the setup. Emergency release cheek pad system, great. Every helmet has that. Double D-ring system. Yep, that's good. I like a double D as opposed to the clips, even though the clips are quicker and easier. And helmet health monitoring. That's kind of a deal. Okay, wonder what that's all about. Let's carry on through and see. So, active brake light, braking made safe. Beyond active brake system, informs rear traffic when you're slowing down. Yep, okay. No word on how that actually works. Is that based on G-forces, on accelerometers? Is it connected via some sort of Bluetooth system? We'll have to wait to see. Crash detection, never ride alone. Essentially, if it's the same as what's in the Pack Talk Pro, which I assume it is, it detects movement of your helmet bobbling around as you ride, and then maybe an impact, and then stop, and it will flash up on your phone. Have you had a crash? If you don't cancel it, it'll contact your next of kin or whoever you've asked it to contact in the app. That's quite cool. That's cool. Okay, helmet health monitoring system. Never have to second guess when your helmet's time is up. Internal sensors monitor your helmet's integrity in real time, ensuring peace of mind on every ride. That is cool. Okay, so I assume it's monitoring the thickness of the EPS. Maybe you've had a little minor drop of your helmet. Up till now, you never really knew what state that EPS was in, so of course you've got to potentially replace your helmet. That's cool. That's an innovation. Beyond comfort, what have we got? Staying cool, we've got 3 RAM ear mounts in the brow. We've got a 3-position RAM ear mount in the brow. We've got a 3-position front vent for defogging and face ventilation, so that's in the chin bar. Passive exhaust vents on the back. Okay, cool. So that's pretty standard for road helmets, but it's good that they're keeping up with the Joneses in that respect. See more with a 210-degree wide field of view. Not entirely sure what my other helmets have, but that seems to be good. Integrated sun visor, drop-down sun visor, that's cool. Some manufacturers don't do that, most do. And pin lock, brilliant. Okay, so they're in bed with all the big players. 6 shell sizes. So we've got a single shell for extra small, medium and small share a shell, large has its own shell, 2XL and XL share a shell. I wonder if I'd fit into a large. Rider-orientated ergonomics, glove-friendly buttons, strategic placement of intuitive and easy access, tactile feedback, durable design to withstand the rigorous ride. Tactile feedback. Okay, so the buttons click, I can assume. What do you want, little puppy dog? Shell size or shell shape, they call it an intermediate oval, which is pretty common. That's fine. Yeah, we can deal with that. Multi-layer padding, brilliant. sweat wicking and washable, antimicrobial. All right, so now we get into the sound. So Cardo got in bed with JBL. The JBL speakers, 40 and 45 mil, come out in all their devices. It'd be interesting to see what they're including in this smart helmet. And it looks like we've got a decent sized driver, unparalleled 53 millimeter speakers, which allows for a bigger driver, better bass response, good sound. It's the size of the speaker isn't necessarily about volume, it's more about the ability for that speaker to recreate the sound. So you're going to get a wider audible spectrum in your ear holes. So because Cardo have created this whole helmet, obviously they've created the space in the helmet for the speakers, and you know, it's not just about the speaker itself, but it's about the enclosure that the speaker is in as to how well it can recreate that sound. Looks like they've created an ear box, unique acoustic box inside the EPS structure of the helmet. That's cool. Hey, this is a big innovation. Noise cancellation for motorcyclists. So it's not cancelling out the noise of the cars around you, I hope, but it's trying to mitigate some of that wind noise, because even with a really well-designed helmet, things that stick out from the shell of the helmet can create turbulence and create more wind noise. So they're gonna, I assume, put microphones in this helmet to cancel out some of the sound in that helmet while you're riding. Beyond connectivity, so they're not just creating a device on the side of the helmet, but they're creating the whole helmet, which gives them more real estate to put antennas and things inside the helmet. We've got second generation DMC, natural voice communication, so that's talking to your smart assistant, open Bluetooth intercom. That's cool. So if you're riding down the road and there's another person on that channel, you can all chat without actually having to do the Cardo connection dance. Live intercom, music streaming, and FM radio plus mesh boost, which allows up to 31 riders, public mesh and remote grouping. So this is absolutely cramming in every single feature they've ever thought of into one device. Oh, and 2 kilometers of range. Yeah, we know this is probably in, you know, ideal conditions, line of sight and perfect atmospherics, but 2 kilometers means that you're going to get maybe 1.5 kilometers of realistic range. I'm hoping they don't mean 2 kilometers if you're all daisy chained together, but that's pretty good. Beyond practicality, detachable replaceable battery, brilliant, because we don't have that at the moment. Wireless charging and 2000 milliamp hour battery, nice. Upgradable tech, oh brilliant. So we're buying a helmet, but we can replace and upgrade the tech inside the helmet as things progress. That's fantastic. Serviceable components. Got an issue, you don't have to give up your helmet. If a component fails, send the affected part to Cardo for service and repair. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So it's not like we're buying a helmet and that's what we've got. We're actually able to replace things as we go. We've got a customizable button, auto on-off, which is in their PackTalk Pro, one feature connection button, and front LED UI status indicator. Okay, so I assume that's lights inside the chin bar of the helmet. 5-year warranty. That's impressive. 5-year warranty, that's what we say the life of any old helmet is, 5 years. And they're going to warranty the whole helmet, all the mechanisms and everything in it for 5 years. That's class leading. Okay, so we've got 2 models. We've got the Beyond GTS and the Beyond GT. I wonder what the difference is. Let's have a look at the specs. Okay, yes. Sizes extra small to 2XL. Cool. What is the Beyond? Okay, cool. Yep. So at first glance, the Beyond GT is a fiberglass shell. The Beyond GTS is a carbon fiber shell. I think it said carbon fiber. Yes, carbon fiber composite, which means that the Beyond GTS will be lighter, probably more expensive. Beyond GT will be slightly heavier, but cheaper. I'm assuming. Hey, this is all really cool stuff from Cardo. The Beyond GTS and Beyond GT smart helmets have been announced. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comments box below. It's clear that Cardo have not just taken any old helmet off the shelf and installed their technology. They've actually paid attention to the safety of the device to try and give riders, first and foremost, a safe helmet, and then add their technology in, as opposed to cramming their technology in and being regardless of how safe the helmet is. That is cool from a company like Cardo. I'm really impressed. I mean, the design of the helmet itself is pretty standard. I'd say we get more colors and stuff down the track, but for a first entry, well done, Cardo. Brilliant stuff. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comments box below. Hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be bringing you more updates from the world of motorcycling with Eichner on at the moment. And yeah, come along for the ride. I'm hoping I'm going to get one of these, actually. I have heard that there's a few coming to the country. I haven't heard pricing. I can imagine they're not going to be the cheapest helmet on the market. But we'll see. I'll bring you those updates as they come to hand. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hooroo!